We are 1,600 miles from home, and this next trail is gonna put our rigs through the ultimate test. We face countless breakdowns and even forced to spend the night. And one rig almost doesn't make it out. Welcome to Moab, Utah.
And good morning. We had an awesome night stay here last night, out in the middle of frickin' nowhere in Utah. And we got to see the meteor shower, and it was ripping last night. That was so cool to see. So today, I think we're gonna go try to find some water. We're gonna go hang out by, maybe hit some trails. I'm not 100% sure. Also, it is very hot out here. I wish it was kind of cooler. He's putting an awful lot of oil in that Land Cruiser. That's gotta get expensive. What do you think his oil budget's been so far?
Probably about the same as the gas.
Probably.
Yeah, that's a thirsty girl.
We've done like 6,000 miles so far, and he's probably used like 8 gallons.
Today, we're gonna take it a little easy, I hope. And we picked a trail that will lead us down to the river. It's called a 10-mile wash, and it's a wash that's at least 10 miles long. It doesn't look super technical, but it looks kind of fun and kind of easygoing. But I guess we'll find out because it's a wash, and washes change when it rains. There's no rain in the forecast, and we made sure there's no rain 20 miles north, south, east, or west of us, so we can't get caught in a wash. So let's go check this baby out, make sure it's not a wash.
With spirits high, we were eager to get onto this trail. Little did we know what we were about to embark on. However, the beginning of this trail did not disappoint.
Well, we're heading down the wash here, and it's getting tighter and tighter, but I'm very determined to make it to the shoreline. Plus it's hot, and I wouldn't mind swimming in the river. And I like the challenge. I just hope the rigs and the guys are up for the same abuse I'm willing to take. The trail is definitely difficult, but we're very determined to get to the end, and this is only the beginning. So I'm up against a tree, so what I'm gonna do is take a piece of driftwood here and back up a little bit, put it underneath my tire, and then drive onto it, and that should pull me off of it. Well, my log didn't work. I wasn't able to actually back up, I got stuck. So it looks like I picked up some tree. There we go. That's an easy fix.
So judging by how Henry's truck managed to go through there, I got some stuff kind of hanging off the side of my truck, like my shovel and stuff. I could go through there and risk ripping that off, or I could just take one of the bypass trails that are conveniently placed like all around right here. So I think I'm gonna opt for that since we are really far from home right now and I don't want to do any damage that's not necessary.
It didn't take long for Henry to bust out a hammer and start repairing his dented roof.
So we were told that this trail will change a lot due to the weather, but basically you just follow the tracks, you'll eventually get through.
Some parts felt more like a maze than they did a trail, so a little bit of manual labor had to be done.
So I think the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna come down, front end over this, and then I'm gonna back up and go the way Keith went. That seemed to be the best way so far.
Okay, maybe I should try something else.
Let's turn less sharply. Yeah, okay. There you go, now turn. Yeah. Okay.
Well, we're gonna be full drive for this section. Here we go. Sorry, windshield. Oh, sorry, snorkel. Oh, she didn't like that, did she? When in doubt, power out. I know I'm on top of the log. Oh, ran that sucker right over. Wow. Yeah, 10-4. Trail opens right back up. It just narrowed out right there.
Eventually, the trail opens back up, it becomes more rocky. So judging by the map, we're only like barely even a quarter of the way in on this 10-mile long trip to water. This is a trail, and it is starting to open back up a little bit, so hopefully the rest of it will be a little bit easier going.
So our phones are actually overheating. That's how hot it is. That's what we use to film with. And it's making it difficult and a little frustrating. And the trail is difficult and it's a little frustrating, but it's a lot of fun. Like I love the challenge. And then later looking back at the videos, I really like them. So let's see if we can keep the party going. Well, I just hit a rock so dang hard. It stopped my truck and stole the engine. Let's see what I hit. Wasn't paying much attention, was I? Well, it doesn't look like it hit anything super important. I'll just back up and see if I can get off of it. I've successfully gotten off the rock and I didn't damage anything. Luckily, it just hit right on the axle. So let's keep on moving. We're about halfway through it now, and it's about noon, so the sun's like straight down on us. Beautiful canyons though. I mean, these babies gotta be reaching for 300 feet, maybe, at least, maybe more. I love them red rocks, man, of Moab. Found a little piece of shade from the canyon wall, and asked the guys if they wanted to take a quick break, and without hesitation, they said, yes, please.
I feel like the truck needs a break, but I need a break too.
Jesse, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. It's hot. It's really hot. It's really beautiful though. It's really nice scenery.
Well, you're doing pretty good back there with the heat. I know how that is.
Oh, yeah, I'm a little bit sweaty. It's all right, though.
Well, you know what? At least this trail has a reward at the end.
We probably could have just drove down the road slightly and probably found a way closer river.
You could have actually, but you'd have to jump off the edge to get to it. Yes, yes.
We're not 100% sure you can actually touch the river at the end of this, but we'll find
Keith,
out.
if we drove all day,
We will rappel off the side of the finish.
if we drove all day, we don't even get to the water, I'm going to be very
We'll
upset.
at least be able to see the water.
Okay.
If we get to the end. So far, it looks like it's getting better as we go.
Yeah.
Well, the canyon definitely narrows, and we're going right through there. Jess, we have a waterfall.
Yeah, I see this. That's going to be kind of interesting.
We might be able to go drop off that, yeah. We might be able to go that way, but we'd have to fit between these stones.
Oh, yeah, those two big ones.
Yeah, those are pretty tight.
Oh, yeah, I think we'll have no problem squeezing right through. It's going to be tight, but we could definitely do it.
Little did we know at the time, but this next section was about to test the limits of our little cross-country rigs.
That sound was scary. What if that was an axle starting to not like what we're doing to it?
So I officially broke a front-wheel drive CV axle in two-wheel drive. Not even sure how that's even possible. I'm going to double check. I'm almost 100% positive I am in. Upon further investigation, my twin stick is in the four-wheel drive position. So I accidentally left it in four-wheel drive and it broke it. Yeah. All right. Luckily, I have a spare one on the roof. So I opted for the high lift jack on this one. I have a bottle jack, but I don't like where it would have to go to get the whole front end up. And then we have to try to like yank and pry on that axle. So I really don't want the truck to follow me. So I'm using the jack that'll definitely follow me. But we're going to shove the tire under the truck when we're actually working on it. And the truck is in four-wheel drive. It's locked with the e-brake on. I should be safe. Unless it rains, then we're all screwed anyway. So let's get this axle changed. Okay, do you need to just do the shake test?
Yeah, you don't do that with a high lift jack.
Yeah, you don't do the shake test. All right, let's get this wheel off.
All right, now we're not relying on the jack at all. It's really nice that they come in and out that easy, though.
Yeah, this really isn't that bad.
No. The old Hilux truck was a son of a gun, dude.
It actually wasn't that bad. I think it only took about like a half an hour, and that was because we don't really have the right tools. We almost have the right tools. Actually, we do have the right tools because the job got done, and that means you have the right tools. Axle's done. Let's figure out if we're gonna get through this tonight or camp right here. Ooh. So our options are this, which is looks like stacked up for a dirt bike. We ain't getting a truck across that. Or this way, which is also not very truck passable. I know these don't look that big on camera, but that is extremely tight through this little section. So we got some deciding here to do. We might have just got this far, broken axle, and have to turn around and go back anyway, because this ain't looking too passable.
It's actually a very technical spot. I don't think I'm going to get through it without damage. I hope I don't.
So it looks like Henry's going to be our guinea pig on this one. If he can make it, we might be able to make it. Let's find out.
This probably isn't the most technical thing I've done. It's a really tight squeeze because I'm up against a rock that's the size of my truck, I'm not even kidding. And then there's a shelf to the right that is spitting rocks out of it. And looking at it now, it's gonna be tight if it fits. Okay, front locker off so I could turn.
You can go farther this way. Farther toward the wall. Toward the wall more.
Okay, hold on, I'm gonna back up a little.
Yep. Might need 4-wheel drive for this.
Yeah, I'm just in 2-wheel drive so I can turn.
Yep. Okay, now you can cut it. Now cut it. Yep. Okay. Yep. Forward a little bit. Then cut some more. Up. Okay, cut it some more.
Hold on, I need 4-wheel drive.
Cut it some more. Cut it some more. Cut it some more. Okay, there you go. Yep, right there. Yep. Last. Cut it last. Yep. Straight ahead. Yep. Good.
I gotta go straight. The Roadside is doing this thing. About time those things do some work. All right, Roadside, your time to shine.
I don't know if you can back up.
I don't know if you can come forwards either.
The trasheroo. Oh, my boot! The trasheroo is like up against the rock. It's just getting wiped against that.
So if I cut it the other way, can I back up a little?
No, you're up against a thing, I think. Your bead's about to come off.
Yeah, I'm about to break a rim. So I didn't follow Keith's direction on staying a little closer to the wall. I turned prematurely, and I'm in a tricky spot. So I got to back up, probably put a rock into my tire, and I should be okay. Jess, you want to watch out for me?
But back here,
Yeah.
you only have like 3 inches. That's it. You're against your water bottle.
That's literally it.
Here you go. Oh.
Is it against the rim? Well, I could back up again and get off of it. Ready?
You have 2 inches. That's it.
Okay, Keith, let's get those rocks.
I have some rocks for you.
Okay, I'm thinking this way is not going to be the best way. Remember, if we get through here, we still have to come back through this way. I'm not liking it. I'm going to be dead honest with you. If you take off your water can, maybe it'll give you a little bit more room to back up.
All right, go ahead and just undo it.
All right. Go ahead. Nope. Nope. It's hitting your tray as soon as you start moving. You're hitting your flare and everything right now, and you're about into the body.
I know. That's close. Give me a sec. Let me just get in here.
All right, so he has his locker on, and hopefully we can get that wheel to climb instead of just being useless. There you go. There you go. I mean, it's clearing. You're getting through there. Just gonna have this go for it. Here we go. Whoa. All right. Let it just push it. There you go. You're good.
Watch that back swing. Watch that back.
I'm watching. Yeah, you're clear. You're good.
That felt good.
So Keith's gonna try it next. I don't feel overly confident about doing this with this truck. My truck's so much wider than those guys'. I guess we're gonna find out the hard way and be doing some wheeling into the dark.
There you go.
So here's the problem. You had sliders on. Your sliders kept you up. The problem is he's too close to this, so he can't turn anymore this way, but he has to because his door is gonna be right into this. But if he can't make it, there's no way my truck's gonna be able to make it, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, just straight back. Well, it looks like I'm slipping into the side of this thing or what?
You're gonna have to try to.
I don't know.
Let's see if he wants to try to spin around. Maybe he'll go up on the top ledge. I don't like that top ledge. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not a fan of that. I feel like that could end. I feel like the top ledge can end bad, where this would just be rocker damage.
That's really tight. I don't know what vehicles go through there. Probably just side by sides.
So while we have a little bit of light left, I'm just gonna tell you what's gonna happen real fast. Henry's stuck on this side. We're stuck on this side. It's getting too dark and it's getting a little bit too dangerous to keep trying this kind of stuff while it's so dark. I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna be camping on this side. Henry's gonna be camping on this side, and we're gonna reassess our situation in the morning. Whether that means we hop into Henry's truck and get to the end and then try to get him back through here, or maybe we build a road up on the high end and then drop back down. We don't really know yet.
I think we're gonna call it a night, and you'll just have to see what happens tomorrow, because we don't know either.
Want to kill those headlights? Thank you. Got it straight. Keep coming.
Good morning. So we decided to park up here so we're out of the wash just in case something happened overnight, which we just didn't feel comfortable sleeping down there. So we have a new problem. Keith's fuel pump is kind of on the fritz. We think we can get him out of here. It seems like it has a hard time starting. Once it starts, it seems to be okay. So we're gonna fire it up and we'll be able to go. So our plan for today, since Henry's already on the other side of this, we're all gonna hop into his truck and get to the end. We didn't come this far not to get to the end. We just kind of see it a little bit unfit to get the vehicles across this section for no reason. Henry has to come back this way anyway, so we'll let him deal with that. So let's hop into his truck and let's get to this river thing. So we're just gonna leave these parked here and we're gonna hop in with Henry. How does Keith fit? One Keith has fit in the back of a Hilux. Toyota pickup truck.
Yep. Yeah, not too bad.
And that should be plenty enough room for me.
If you can give me like 1 to 8 more clicks.
Yeah. Field trip.
Yay.
Suck it. Now I know how every school bus driver felt back in the day taking the kids for a field trip.
Can you like make it a little bit less bouncy? Because
Okay, I hit my head on that raft already.
Now that lined up a little.
ooh, scary drop off.
It is actually a pretty good one.
Jesus. All right, let's just flip over here.
At this point, we could almost taste the end. And what a disappointment.
So, I mean, this is the end. I was kind of hoping to like drive out to the end, so I don't know why I was thinking that. Obviously, all this silt, dirt, and rocks has got to go somewhere, and it's all right here.
All right, guys, we had such a blast out here. Camera movements and crazy things are happening. We got to the end. We're at the end. That's the end. And now we're going to go the other direction, which is the beginning, so we can get out of here in reverse. We got to literally as far as we possibly could drive safely. We could maybe drive through that, but honestly, with one vehicle being out here and no trees, it is not worth it. So if you enjoyed this, don't like or subscribe because that's lame. Watch the video backwards. That's us getting out.
Flip it.
We made it back to our trucks. Now we have the task of trying to get Henry back onto this side of this obstacle. All right, so we kind of looked at that a little bit more, and we're kind of going to go against that. It's so sketchy. Like, if something goes wrong there, something can really go wrong. So I think we're going to try to opt to go through this again. He made it through here once, but that was a different direction. Maybe it'll work. Hopefully it'll work. It's going to be our kind of our only choice, to be honest with you.
So that happened.
That was one way to do it.
That was a really tight squeeze. I picked up some body damage on the back of the truck, but still worth it because if we would have went up high, it's a chance it could have rolled over and then down, in which case I'd have a total truck and have to try to flip it over. So sometimes you just have to pick the lesser of two evils. I mean, it's only metal. I could straighten it out. Does it bug me? Yeah, I don't like denting my truck. But at the same time, I would do it again because I also didn't build it to not use it. And fixing it is just part of using it. So, don't be afraid to do a little damage to save yourself from doing a lot of damage.
So with Keith's fuel pump acting up, we're just trying to get out of here, so we're not going to film while you're getting out. But I will talk to you guys once we get out and let you know if we actually made it. All right, so we made it out of there with pretty minor damage. I broke the axle, we got that fixed. Henry's camper butt's a little bit banged up, but I'm sure he'll have no problem fixing that. Keith's fuel pump is so far still working. That's why we're not going to turn off his truck just yet. We're going to head into town and try to find a Napa or something just to have a spare fuel pump, just in case if it does die. Right now, as long as you kind of kick the bottom of the tank, it'll start spinning. All right, guys, I think that's going to be the last video for this series. From here on out, we're going to head back cross country, back to PA, and get a real shower.
I caught a tumbleweed. I caught it with my truck. They are blowing everywhere. This is hysterical.
Later that night, on a dusty corrugated road, Keith's fuel pump inevitably gave out, forcing us to do the repair under a beautiful Colorado sunset. But that wasn't the last of our problems.
I have a fire extinguisher because we're driving on a highway and all of a sudden my truck starts smoking. But it gave no indication like why it's like literally blacking out behind me. So I pushed it to get to the next off ramp, and the wheel bearing literally exploded on the back of the truck, probably because I jammed between two rocks. Here's a temp gun.
It's cooling off fast.
It's cooling off quick as right.
But it was just at what, 4 something?
Yeah, it was 419 degrees, and that's been cooling down. So it probably was about 600 degrees on a highway. Yeah, that was crazy. I was sure I was gonna be dying out of fire.
All right, well, have fun. We're all gonna go camping.
Hey, see you guys.
So normally our trips home are pretty not that exciting, but last night Henry caught his wheel bearing on fire because it like destroyed itself. So we spent the night at an AutoZone parking lot. What a beautiful camp spotty area. Actually, it was pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. People inside are super nice. But today we got to get this thing home. So we've been parts searching around to different parts stores, and it looks like there's a Napa that's fairly close that has all the parts we need, we think. Then we found a shop that's no more than a couple minutes down the road who has done pressing these bearings on. And if they can't figure it out, they're going to give Henry the ability to actually just let him do it himself on their press, because it's a special tool you need to get that bearing on and off. So let's get this adventure started.
We got our pieces located. Now I'm just cleaning it up so we can throw it in the back of the Down and Dirty 80 series. So we can go get it assembled. Hopefully the guys in the shop have dealt with this specific stack of bearing and it won't be an episode. All right, so first on our list is O'Reilly's, because they have the bearing and hopefully the outer axle seal. I know they have the bearing. So they have a bearing and so does Napa, but there's 3 different reboxes going on and I prefer to get a good quality bearing, so we're gonna go check and see what they got. Oh, now they know what you're doing.
O'Reilly's doesn't have the stuff we need, so we're off to Napa.
Well, it's a pretty big Napa. This looks promising.
Your destination is on the left.
Yay. All right, we got the parts. They had a Chinese version of this bearing, but with all the weight on my truck and the amount we drive it and how hard these are to put in, I want to do it once. So I ordered the SKF bearing, which is a factory use bearing. We just got to wait an extra hour or two, so we're going to get something to eat. But they did have the oil seal, inner and outer, SKF, Toyota used in the factory. So, good quality parts. Now I just got to find an able-bodied mechanic to not break all this putting it in. We got the bearing, and it is a Japanese Nachi. That is a factory bearing for this truck. So now when the job is done, it's done, and it's done right, and it's done with quality. It was worth the wait.
All right, so now that we have the bearing and the seals and the axle shaft with us, now we just have to go to a shop and get that job done, and we'll be back on the road and ready to go home.
We got our axle put together. We stopped at a shop here and they let us use the press. Good mom and pop shop. They let me use all their tools right at their workbench. And they actually never did a Toyota bearing before, so I showed them how to do it with all the wrong tools, literally none of the right tools, and it was hard. But we burned it out, got all the pieces out, got it all back together. Victory, man, victory. Yeah, pump it up. Hold it. Pump it up. It's fixed. The record remains. No broken rig left behind.
We never had a rig that had to be towed home yet. That was pretty close, but I knew in my heart that we would definitely get this fixed and be back on the road within a day. And we are. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little bonus part of the trip, and we will catch you next time. Yeah, the time after this one. When you watch us again will be the next time. If you watch a previous video, then you can watch us right now. And it won't have to be, well, it would still be next time, but it would be like now instead of waiting until the next video.
What is this? What is doing, bro? What did you do? He just used a button to carry it. He just used a button to carry it, stupid. Explain what just happened.
Oh my gosh, I can't do it. Okay, I'm gonna try. Oh. Okay, so
He's dying.
That melted me down this hole. This bun is not any good. And
You didn't even try it. You picked the piece out of
it.
it. You
Take
just
it
used
out
the
of it.
button to
Damn it.
carry it out. You were supposed to like, put condiments and stuff on it. What are you doing? I'm crying right now. Why is this so funny? Come on, we're not even. This ain't even beer.
oh, Keith, enjoy it. I can't.
this is like
I'm done.
unnecessary.
I'm not doing it.
I don't need a whole bunch of bread.
Are you gonna eat the butt? It's
Do you want it?
Yeah, it's got the juices on it.
Oh, that killed me. So Keith basically made a hot dog and then ate just the hot dog with no bun, no condiments.
It's not a hot dog, it's a cheeseburger. Cheeseburger hot dog.
No bun.